What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another video. Today, I normally do videos on the Friday previewing the Premier League games. Almost like it's almost another weekend of Premier League football. But I'm going to be previewing games obviously tomorrow. Today I just want to give a transfer update. The transfer window is coming to an end next week. It's transfer deadline day. So I just wanted to give up to give an update with regards to the latest transfer news, and also talk about the Carabao Cup draw that took place yesterday. So the EFL Cup draw or the League Cup draw that took place yesterday. I'm also going to be doing a video later today talking about the draw of the UEFA Champions League, because at 6 p.m. South African Standard Time, or 5 p.m. UK time today, the Champions League draw, the Champions League group stage draw is taking place. So I'm obviously going to be talking about the big six clubs and the groups that they've been drawn into. But I'm going to be doing that later today. Here I just want to talk about the Carabao Cup draw and the latest transfer news. Obviously, before I get on with the video, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. And also please push the thumbs up button and like the video if you like the content. And also please push the notification bell so that you can get notified each time I post a new video. Now, talking about the latest transfer news, obviously some clubs are relatively quiet in the transfer market because they've already done their business. So when I say some clubs, I'm talking about Liverpool, I'm talking about Man City, I'm talking about Arsenal, I'm talking about Tottenham Hotspur. Those clubs are pretty much done with their transfer business for this summer. It's mainly Manchester United and Chelsea Football Club that are still trying to get deals done before the end of the transfer window. So that's mainly those are the two main clubs I'm going to be mainly talking about. Arsenal, I think, have been linked with Yuri Tillemans. Excuse me for yawning. Yuri Tillemans. I was saying that Arsenal have been linked all transfer window with Yuri Tillemans, but the word that I'm hearing is that that is mainly going to depend on Arsenal shifting players and moving on players. Actually, there is a transfer update with regards to Arsenal that popped up yesterday. Nicolas Pepe, whom they bought from, I think, where was he from? I think it was from Lille or something, a club in France. But basically, a deal has been agreed with Nice, I think, OGC Nice in Ligue 1, in the French Ligue 1. There's been a deal that has been struck, a loan deal between Arsenal and Nice for the loan the loan of Nicolas Pepe. Obviously, Pepe has been a huge failure in the Premier League because he was signed for £72 million by Arsenal, and he simply hasn't lived up to the hype, to say the least. I mean, he's not been he hasn't been good enough. That's the only way really we can say it, because he hasn't really lived up to the hype and he hasn't lived up to the transfer fee. Obviously, maybe he's going to resurrect and he's going to rejuvenate his career in France, but obviously it wasn't a great move for him. The move to Arsenal. That's just about it with regards to Arsenal and the transfer news with regards to them. As I've said, they've been linked with Yuri Tillemans, but that is going to mainly depend on them moving players on and basically selling a few players, or getting a few players off their wage bill and sending them on loan. That's just about it with regards to Arsenal. Man City, there's nothing really at the moment. The Man City chief executive, Chiki Begiristan, basically gave a transfer update yesterday, before, incidentally, the Barcelona game that we were playing. I didn't do a video on that one because it was a charity match, so I didn't think there was much there was something important about the game. Obviously, we could actually there could actually be something important about that game with regards to the injuries that it seems like we've suffered, because Calvin Phillips, I think, obviously we don't know at the moment because we haven't had an update, but it didn't look good with regards to his shoulder. After like in the middle of that match, it looked like he injured his shoulder. Obviously he's gonna take a scan today, and we're gonna find out tomorrow with regards to how long he's going to be out for, or whether that's a serious injury or whether it's just a knock. And then Luke Bete, who is one of our youth players, he had a clash of heads with Andreas Christensen. And I don't know if he was taken off because of concussion protocols or something, but basically again, we're gonna hear about that more. We're gonna hear more about that tomorrow. So that's really the important aspects of that match that was playing, the charity game against Barcelona that was playing yesterday. And then Tottenham Hotspur, there's nothing really with regards to Tottenham Hotspur and them signing any further players. And Liverpool, there's nothing. I've talked about Jude Bellingham in previous videos when I've talked about transfer updates with regards to the stance of Dortmund with regards to Jude Bellingham, in that he's not for sale for the summer. And apart from that, there's nothing really from Liverpool Football Club with regards to them signing any new players. And then that takes us to obviously Man United and Chelsea. Those are the two busiest Premier League clubs at the moment in terms of the Big Six, because Man United have just offered that they've basically submitted a fresh bid for Anthony. I think it was yesterday or today, worth £84 million. I think it's 94 million euros that they're offering. It is believed that Ajax want 100 million euros for their winger Anthony, and Man United are really keen on getting him. Erik ten Hag is a huge admirer of Anthony, and therefore Man United are trying and they're pushing to try and get the deal done. And they offered £80 million yesterday or 2 days ago, and it was rejected. So they're submitting a new offer of £84 million, in excess of 90 million euros. As I've already said, it is believed that Ajax are holding out for a €100 million bid for Man United. They want 100 million euros for Anthony. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen with regards to that. But the player has already agreed a contract with Man United. The player is really keen on going to Manchester United, and he's actually missed Ajax's last game, and he hasn't been in training since Saturday, I think. So he's kind of boycotted training, and he really wants to push for a move to Manchester United. He's keen on working with Erik ten Hag again, and basically going to Manchester United. So basically keep your eye on that one. We're not sure what's going to happen, but Anthony is really keen on going to Manchester United. And then another player that they're keen on is there's a young striker who plays for PSV Eindhoven called Cody Gakpo. That's a player that they also are keen on. I think he's a striker. Obviously, he's not a huge name that we know about, but Erik ten Hag is believed to be a huge admirer of Cody Gakpo, and he believes that he could add to the quality of their squad. So those are the two players that Manchester United are being currently linked with. It's Cody Gakpo and Anthony. The De Jong transfer has kind of gone off the radar for the time being, because obviously Man United they what's the word? They ended negotiations with Barcelona with regards to They ended negotiations with Barcelona with regards to the transfer of Frankie de Jong, because it was dragging on for too long. Now, whether they're gonna go back and submit the bid again, I don't know. But because Frankie de Jong is believed that he's really happy at Barcelona, and he doesn't want to leave Barcelona, even though he doesn't want to take a pay cut. So that saga is a bit complicated, and Man United, as it stands, are not in for de Jong, because they took back their offer from Barcelona, basically, the one that was accepted. It was a 75 million euro offer plus 10 million euros in add-ons, but they basically took their offer off the table. So that transfer at this moment in time is off. So those are the two players really. They got Casemiro done obviously last week, and Anthony I've talked about, and then Cody Gakpo. But at this moment in time, they are really pushing for Anthony, and that's the player that they want to get. That's the deal that they want to get through in the next few days. And then going on to Chelsea. Chelsea are obviously in the hunt for I think 3 players still. The player that I know that they really want is The player that I really know that they want is Anthony Gordon, the Everton player. He's basically a winger who plays for Everton. He's from their academy. Also, it is believed that he really is keen on a move to Chelsea, and he's already agreed personal terms with Chelsea, because he really wants to go to Chelsea and he wants to try a new challenge, work under Thomas Tuchel, play in the Champions League. So Anthony Gordon, they want, but Everton want £50 million for him, and Chelsea are reluctant. I think they've offered £40 million so far for him, but I think they're reluctant to go to £50 million. But Anthony Gordon is really keen on the move, and Chelsea want him. Thomas Tuchel wants to work with him at Chelsea, but it's going to take a bid of £50 million in order to convince Everton to sell him to Chelsea. And then another player that Chelsea are in for is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, obviously a Barcelona player, but they really want Thomas Tuchel is keen on working with Aubameyang again, on linking up with Aubameyang again. Obviously, you remember that Thomas Tuchel used to coach Borussia Dortmund, and when Aubameyang was still there, he was basically when Aubameyang was at Dortmund, Thomas Tuchel was also there, and they used to work together. So Thomas Tuchel really admires Aubameyang, and he thinks he could help the team, because Chelsea are in desperate need of a striker, as it showed against Leeds United when they lost 3-0. They're in desperate need of a striker because they create loads of chances, but they can't seem to score. But Barcelona want 30 million euros for him, and I think at this moment in time, Chelsea have been offering 20 million euros, but Barcelona want 30 million euros in order to accept a bid for Aubameyang. And then the third player that Chelsea want, I think, is a midfielder, but I'm not quite sure which midfielder that they really want. Another player to watch out for is Conor Gallagher, because I don't know if he is in Thomas Tuchel's plans. And Conor Gallagher will be keen on playing first team football because the World Cup is coming up this November. It's basically going to take place between November and December. And Conor Gallagher, in the last international games, was called up to the England national team. So I think he'll be keen on boarding that plane to Qatar with England and playing in the World Cup for his country. So I'm not sure with regards to whether he's going to stay at Chelsea or he's gonna try and force a loan move somewhere, because I'm not sure whether he's going to be playing regularly or regular first team football. So that's also another one to watch there. So yeah, I think that's just about it with regards to the latest transfer news that I have. And then obviously I said I'm also going to mention the Carabao Cup draw that took place yesterday. The third round of the Carabao Cup is going to take place basically in November, but the draw took place yesterday. So Manchester City, the mouth-watering clash is between Manchester City and Chelsea. So that's basically the tie that is the tie that is most interesting in that third round. Obviously, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be played at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City will be at home. Great game of football. But obviously, we're not going to see it because I think the third round is going to start on the 8th of November. And then the other matches, obviously I can't really talk about those games because they are far away, because they are only going to take place in November. So I can't really be previewing the games. I'm just going to mention the draw. Arsenal are going to take on Brighton, and Tottenham are going to be taking on Nottingham Forest, and then who else? Man United are going to take on Villa. Liverpool are going to take on Derby. So Derby County is going to be playing Liverpool. So obviously I talked about Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, and then who's the other big six? Arsenal, Brighton, Man United, Villa, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Forest, and who else? I don't know who I'm forgetting. Obviously, I talked about City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United. Who's the other big six club? I don't know. Forgive me if I didn't mention any of your clubs, but those are the ties for the third round of the Carabao Cup with regards to the big six. City are going to be taking on Chelsea. Arsenal are going to take on Brighton. Man United are going to take on Villa. Liverpool are going to take on Derby, and then Tottenham are going to take on Nottingham Forest. Yeah, there it is. I've mentioned all six of them. So yeah, that's the Carabao Cup draw. Obviously, it's gonna start on the 8th of November. I think that the third round of the Carabao Cup is going to be held on November the 8th. I don't know if it's going to be held on another day, but those are the ties that have been drawn with regards to the big six clubs. I think another interesting game will be Newcastle versus West Ham United. For Newcastle fans, But that's going to be an interesting game because Newcastle United are really a good team. Obviously, West Ham United have started the season off badly, but I think on their day they can also be a good team with Declan Rice, Jared Bowen, Mikhail Antonio. They really have a good crop of players. But yeah, it's going to be a good third round. Obviously, the one to watch out for is obviously the Manchester City Chelsea tie at the Etihad. But yeah, so that brings us to the end of the video. Obviously, we went on like I've talked about the latest transfer news and the the third round Carabao Cup draw. Obviously, later today I'm going to be doing I'm going to be looking at the draw of the Champions League group stages. So I'm gonna be doing that. Obviously, it starts at 6 p.m. South African Standard Time or 5 p.m. UK time. It's going to be a thingy. I think if you don't have if you don't have access to a TV or something, you can watch it on the UEFA Champions League website. They usually live stream the draw the draw of the UEFA Champions League on their website, so you can check it out there. But I'll obviously be doing a review on it as soon as it's finished. Talking about the big six, the top 4 clubs that have made the Champions League in England, which is Chelsea, Tottenham, City, and Liverpool. So I'm going to be and I'm also going to look at other mouth-watering clash with regards to the other teams like Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich. So that like those big teams and their groups and look out for potential mouth-watering clashes between the big sides in Europe. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, and also please like the video. Push the thumbs up button to like the video, and please push the notification bell so that you can get notified each time I post a new video. Yeah, thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one when we are previewing the UEFA Champions League.